Good evening. Good thing for the host to turn off his phone first. Okay, that's a clue to all of you. No noises during the performance. Well, good evening. I'm Frank Snyder. I'm a member of the Keese School Curriculum Committee. Our performance this evening is Queen Elizabeth I, Good Queen Bess. Our performer is Marianne Jung, and we've seen her here earlier. I hope some of you remember the War of 1812, Amelia Earhart, Margaret Brent and the Indians, Rosie the Riveter, wasn't that fun? And Sally Ride, which was, I think, before my time. So Marianne Jung is an award-winning actress and Smithsonian scholar. She researches and writes her own scripts and performs in the authentic costumes, as you'll see tonight, accents, attitudes for her characters' eras. She has appeared on CNN, The Today Show, Good Morning America, and others as famous women in history. For 45 years, Marianne has been a lead actress and director of the Renaissance History and Shakespeare Language at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. Marianne was awarded a citation by the mayor of Baltimore for her 10 years' work as director of street theater and family performance for Artscape. That's USA's largest arts festival. We're so fortunate to have her, such a knowledgeable and talented and entertaining performer. She does all of that. So please welcome Queen Elizabeth.
Good evening, my lords and ladies. Welcome, most honored guests. We are indeed Elizabeth Tudor, Queen, by the grace of God, of England, Ireland, and Wales, and Supreme Governor of the Church in England. It is customary for my people to give me welcome. Would you all say, God save the Queen?
God save the Queen.
May God save you all, most loyal and loving subjects. Right heartily glad am I to be with you this night. Besides being called Queen Elizabeth, the poets do calleth us Gloriana, the fairy queen. Our people, with great love and affection, call us Good Queen Bess, for that we put your welfare before even our own, a thing most rare in a ruler, especially a monarch. But we are most famously called the Virgin Queen. We are the first woman to rule of England alone. Husband had I none, children had I never. And that was considered unnatural and shocking. Ladies, you are not considered capable of governing your own emotions, let alone an entire kingdom. And yet well did we rule it for 45 years, proving the lie to that ridiculous notion. So, mayhap some of you have actually visited the place in the New World, name it for myself. Raise your hand and say, yea, verily, if you have been to Virginia. Well, that was named after myself, the Virgin Queen by Sir Walter Raleigh. And next, when you do visit, I hope you shall remember us, the Virgin Queen, Queen Elizabeth. Now, I am come this night because I'm upon a progress royal. Everyone say progress. It is not a progress. I have no idea what language that is. It's not good English. It's a progress, which means a royal tour. Kings and queens do not remain in one castle to conduct affairs of state. Always have we had traveling courts. We progress from one to the next residence, castle, palace. In London alone, I have 8 royal residences. And so the reasons we progress be diverse, but the most important be these. First, during the summer, our capital city of London groweth monstrous hot, but worse full of those dread diseases, the pox and the pestilence, which you know as the plague. So it becomes much more safer to take myself and my court out into the countryside air. But that be not the main reason we love to progress. Ye, our people, are that reason. We wot well that most of our subjects are poor peasant farmers. You have very hard lives indeed. Most of you will be born, get married, and die, never having left your tiny villages. Most of you will be working 6 days a week, sunrise to sunset, just trying to put food on table. And so I know well that most of my people could never hope to come to London to visit me. In fact, to prove the point, let's see who actually has transportation. Raise it thy hand and say, yea, verily, if you own a horse. Who owns a horse? No one? Well, there it is, point proven. The horse is our main means of transportation. And without that, although we do know our people love us greatly, I do not fancy you love me so well you're going to walk all the way to London to visit with me. So the reason I progress is ye, my people. Because we truly do care. I will stop and talk to any of you to hear what it is you do bethink you will improve your lives. So, and I not only stay in mine own castles, betimes I stay in the homes of ye, my people. So, raiseth thy hand and say, yea, verily, if you would like for me to come and stay with you. Who would like me to come and stay with you? Oh, many thanks. What about the rest of you cowards? Do you not know that's the singular greatest honor one could have, to host your queen? And if your hospitality were to my liking, I might well reward you with jewels or lands or titles. Now who wants me to come? You see, greed always wins out. Now, good my lady on the end up here in the blue. You said I could come. What's your name? Lady Mary. Ah, like my late half-sister and my late cousin, Mary Stuart. An unfortunate name, madam. I'm sure you are lovely and no threat to me. So, Lady Mary, how many bedchambers hast thou?
How many do we need?
Oh, a very politic and clever answer. She said, how many do we need? Well done you. Well, be honest, tell me, how many have you? 1, 2, 1. Look, I know most peasants don't know their numbers, but you're very confused, sir. God's teeth. Well, let's imagine it's 2, which were not atypical. Do the rest of you think that will be enough to house my entire court? Everyone say, nay. Nay. By my troth, that will not do, because we never travelleth alone. We are always surrounded by a great retinue of people. And who might they be? Well, first, my royal guards. Never do we travel without 200 of the finest swordsmen in England, led by Captain of the Guard, Sir Walter Raleigh. I would it were not necessary, but there have been many assassination attempts. We have been shot at, stabbed at, poisoning attempts. So whenever we progress, we take our royal guards. Also, when we progress, we're not on holiday. So we take our government, the Privy Council, you men whose judgment I trust, to advise with me on policy, foreign and domestic. And then ladies in waiting, you nobly born women whose privilege it is to be my personal servants. And many of you would also have your own servants. So, even on a small trip, Lady Mary, I could have hundreds of people. Where on earth are we going to put them? We'll find a place. Look, I admire your optimism. Somebody said, wherever you can, aye? By my troth, that is so. Look, very few people would ever have so grand an estate as to house me and my people. So, very often, if I come to your town or your village, the entire village will vacate to make way for me and my... Now, some of you will stay to work and make money, but sometimes entire towns will clear out to make way for me. I, of course, shall have the finest house, which shall be Lady Mary's. Get out. Any of our folk who will not fit in your houses, I then will put in grand pavilion tents in the meadows. So, and it's not just people. What about mine animals? We have horses to ride on. Anybody have any good stables? We need stables. I need kennels for my hunting dogs. mules for my falcons. Even on a small trip, I could have several hundred horses. And they're pulling hundreds of wagons full of my things. Now, do you think that is all clothes? Is that all clothing? Say nay. Nay, in faith. When we progress, we literally pack up entire castle. Chairs, tables, beds, plate. It is as though you actually pack up and move your house every several months. Sound like fun? Nay, by my troth. This is wherefore we have servants. Very well. So let's imagine we find a place for all the people and the animals. It's even more exciting, Lady Mary. You get to feed all of us. Art thou a goodly cook? You don't know, you have to ask him? The poor thing, I think she's so cowed. You are a goodly cook, excellent. But we need more than just one. I will bring my royal chefs along. But you're going to be cooking a lot of food for a lot of people. Who here is a goodly cook? Raise your hand and say yay. Who's a goodly cook? Excellent, you're all hired. Go to Lady Mary's, we're getting ready. And it is not the amount of food, which can be prodigious, which is difficult. It is the types. Think you that we feast upon all the same foods you delight in? Nay, nay, by my troth. So I should very much like to know, tell me some of thy favorite things to eat. Let's see, what is it you like to eat, folks? You could just call out or raise your hand, what have you. So tell me some of your favorite things to eat.
Roast beef.
Roasted beef we have, well done you. Oh, we have chicken, of course. And like you, we bake it, we boil it, we fry it, not quite like yours, but we prepare it diverse ways. We have chicken or beef as well. What else? Fish, I will talk about more in future. Ice cream. Ice forms in the river in the winter, madam, and then you get cream from a cow. How do you put them together? Well, sorry, you can't have it. What about over here? Are you all starving? Wait, I said over here. Are you paying attention? Many thanks. I'll come back. Over here, what do you like to eat? A what? Trifle. Well, we haven't got quite that. We do like our puddings, but not quite what you're saying. I know what you're saying very well. All right, we'll come back over here. Chocolate cake, did you say? So I thought someone over here said.
Shepherd's pie.
Well, nay, we do have beef, but anything from the New World, and we might as well get this out of the way now since you brought it up. Tomatoes come from across the ocean in America. They are not part of the average diet. They would be a luxury most of you could never afford. And by the way, that is the proper way to say it. Everyone say potato. Tomato. Stop saying them wrong. It's my language first. So we have nothing what you're saying, the shepherd's pie. We could have the beef. We could have vegetables, certainly, but potatoes are not something most people would ever have at this time. Anything from the New World is too rare. All right, what other foods do you like? Bread, thank you. Excellent. What else? Lamb, well done you. We could do? A what? A chocolate chip. We have muffins. We do like muffins. I'll talk about chocolate in a minute. We'll get back to that. Very well. But you could have a muffin, but you're not having it with what you said. But we'll come back to you. All right, any other foods? Scones. Fruit, thank you. Scones, we don't really have them the way you think of them now. Sorry.
Tea.
What else?
Tea. Eggs.
No tea. Tea is over in China. If you want tea, go to China. It is not in England during my reign. Ham, thank you. Soups we have, well done. All right, we're getting... Oh, ale, there we go. Who said ale? Well done you. In fact, that is most frequently the drink for most folks, including children. They drink small beer because we do not trust water. Water be dangerous. Very few people have clean water, so ale, very popular indeed. All right, you did say many things we could feast upon. Let me tell you what is typical for most folks. Most days, most of ye would have a thick vegetable soup or stew, and we call it by its French name, P-O-T-A-G-E. Everyone say potage. Potage, oui, vous parlez français si bien. It's a vegetable soup. Now, much later, people will start calling it porridge, and it will become more grains. But at this point, you're having potage or pottage. And most of you have to eat it with brown bread. Only the rich can afford white bread, which is expensive. Now, if you had meat in your diet, you did mention many things you could have. Beef, ham, pork, lamb. We have all of these. But remember hunting rights oftentimes belong to the nobility. So you may not always have meat in your diet. Now, my lady mentioned chicken. There are other birds. What other fowl might you eat? Pheasant, quail, partridge, duck, geese, roasted goose at Christmastide. Someone said now a turkey. That comes all the way from America. You're not having turkey. Most of you have never had it. Comes from America. So sorry, no turkey. Oh, Lady Mary, if thou dost wish to greatly impress us, you need to prepare my favorite dish, which is roasted peacock. Most delightful. Look you, though, any of you cooking for me, do not present it plain and bare and naked. The way you eat your chicken is disgusting to our eyes. When we have taken a bird out of oven, it is our custom to replace the feathers, the beak, and the eyes. The more lifelike it doth appear, the more appetizing it is. Well, now you don't eat those bits, but you need to redress it. Aye? Very well. Good. Let's see. Someone did mention fruit. Tell me what fruits like you. Apples? Pears? Who said a mango? What animal is that? No such animal in England. What's your name? Josie. I like you well, but you're confused. Yeah, no mangoes in England. Apples, pears, cherries, grapes. Oranges and lemons cost a bit of money because they come from Italy or Spain, warmer climes. You might have a bit of money where you could have that as well. What other fruits? Sorry, I can't hear. No peaches. We do have plums. Figs. If you're wealthy, they are imported, of course. What else? Currants we do have. Well done. Dates. Again, if you're rich and you can afford to import them as well. How about, berries. Thank you. Blueberries, strawberries, all these we do love well. In fact, my favorite, Lady Mary, besides roasted peacock, you're going to prepare for me lavender jelly. Lavender jelly. Delightable. Right. Have you ever heard, sometimes people talk about something, Mistress Josie, have you ever heard, and do you like pineapple? Well, you can't have it, too bad. A pine is a tree and an apple is a fruit. They don't go together. There is no pineapple in England at this time. So, do you think we have bananas? No. Yes, we do. Indeed, we do. We have been trading for some time now with the Caribbean. If you had money and lived in a very large city, you might actually be so fortunate as to have the luxury of a plantain or a banana. Very well. How about vegetables? Do you eat your vegetables? Aye or nay? Eat your vegetables. What do you like? Onions? Carrots? Beans? Broccoli? Oh, Josie, you finally got a good one. Thank you. What else? Turnips? Parsnips? Cauliflower? Cabbages? Very well. How many of you actually enjoy a salad? Like you salads? Those are fairly new to England, and they were in fact introduced by our father's first wife. Now, what is the name of my famous or infamous father? King Henry VIII, Henry Tudor. And how many wives had he? 6. Not 8. 6 in God's teeth, that was bad enough. His first queen was a Spanish princess, Catherine of Aragon. Her parents were Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain. And when she came to England to initially wed his older brother Arthur, she introduced salads into England. We get them from Spain, so you could have salads. Now, alas, after 23 years of marriage, good Queen Catherine had only managed to produce a worthless girl, my late half-sister, Mary Tudor. So my father decided his marriage was cursed and it had to be her fault. The Bible says you shouldn't marry your brother's widow. And he turned to the Pope for an annulment, not a divorce, an annulment, which, by the way, was oft times granted. A queen who cannot produce boys was often put aside with no fuss. Alas, the Pope at this particular moment, Pope Clement VII, happened to be the nephew of said Queen Catherine of Aragon. So he told my father, absolutely not. She is your lady wife, and so it will remain. She would not back down. And so he broke with the Catholic Church, started his own church, set him up as head of the church in England in order to marry my lady mother, Anne Boleyn. Now, she was an English woman. She was not some great foreign alliance, but he had high hopes. She was young and could produce that son and heir. And in fact, in 1533, in fact, September, this very month, all of the astrologers, physicians, they said, she is going to bear you the greatest ruler ever. You are going to have your son, King Henry. And so he sent out proclamations all over the kingdom. A prince is born, and they were just going to fill in the name and the date. 7th September, Feast of the Virgin Mary. Greenwich Palace, we were born. Another worthless girl. He had to send out all over the kingdom, and they had to add an SS, a princess is born. He was not amused. After several miscarrying of several boys, then my father decided, again, his marriage was cursed because he needed a son and heir more than anything in the world. She must have been a witch, and she must have been unfaithful. And when I was 2.5 years of age, my lady mother, Queen Anne Boleyn, was beheaded. Now, even in a very violent age, that was shocking. And I was declared a bastard. No one thought I would ever inherit the throne. I was last in line to the throne when eventually he did put me back in the succession. But no one thought I would ever inherit the throne, let alone be a good queen. So, all right, I digress. Enough of this family drama. Let's go back to the foods. We were talking salads and that. How about who likes dessert? Say yay, verily. Well, you don't have it most days, I'm afraid. But if you do, we do have cakes and pies and pastries. We love almond paste, marzipan, marchpane. Many of our things are sweetened with honey. We do have a bit of sugar from the New World, but not very much. Most things are sweetened with honey or almonds. But now we have to get back to that thing you mentioned and someone else did mention. Who was my chocolate cake and my chocolate chip muffin? Well, let's be honest. Besides these two, raise your hand and say, yea, verily, if you have ever actually tasted chocolate. Who's had chocolate? Oh, you're liars. Quite impossible. Chocolate is a bittersweet drink from South America, introduced by the natives therein to the Spanish. Now, they have brought small quantities over. The King of Spain gave some to the King of France, who eventually gave some to my father, King Henry VIII. So we do have drinking chocolate, but it is bittersweet, and it is very rare. So most of you, sorry, could never have it. If you really had it, Mistress Josie, you must be very rich. Are you rich? You're falling asleep. That's what you are. Very well. So, what do you call a big meal in a castle? A feast. Do you think we have a great feast every day? Nay, by my troth, how wasteful. We typically have 5 or 6 small meals a day. We have feasts for the same reason you might, to impress company or for holidays. If I am feting ambassadors, I might have a grand feast. Or for holidays like Christmas tide. Who likes Christmas? Say yea, verily. Well, we literally do celebrate the 12 days of Christmas, which go from Christmas Day to Epiphany. And there are feasts and entertainments all 12 days. Really, the big culmination is Epiphany, 12th night. So, now, how about, when do you folk, can I ask, be honest with me, I pray you, when do you people celebrate New Year's? When is New Year's Day? January 1st? Absolutely not. That is stupid. It makes no sense. That's in the middle of the 12 days of Christmas and in the middle of winter. To us, New Year's will be celebrated on 24th of March, the beginning of spring. Doesn't that make more sense? So when we're having these holidays, we could have very grand feasts indeed. When our half-sister, Mary Tudor, was crowned in 1553, her coronation feast had 1,852 courses, and each course had several dishes. Who would like to eat all that? Now, of course, that food was shared with the entire city of London, who had come to celebrate the historic coronation. And so it went on for days, the coronation feast. And many feasts, at the very least, are going to last hours. And so we simply do not just eat, we need entertainment. Now, most of you are peasant farmers or hardworking shopkeepers. We do have a great growth in the towns and the merchant class because our reign has been relatively peaceful. But most of you are working very hard most days. When you are lucky enough to have leisure time, what things do you do for fun? Games, sports, pastimes. Tell me what you like to do for fun. You go to a what? I don't know what that is. Wherever it is, it sounds like a strange place, a movie. You watch a what? I don't know what you're watching, sir. I think he's had too much ale. What do you do for fun? Sing. Thank you, my lady. Again, well done. Music and dance are, in fact, the most popular pastimes for centuries all over Europe because anyone can sing and dance. We at court especially like the more complicated dances, like a galliard or a pavon. But the little round dances, like dancing around a maypole and things like that, anyone can do those. And we love those. So we love singing and dancing. I am a very expert galliard dancer, if I say so myself. Very well. All right, what other pastimes? What do you do for fun? Play tennis. All right, who said that? Well done, my lady. We do have tennis, of course. It was introduced by the French into England during my father's reign. We have tennis courts at Hampton Court Palace. Have you played there? Well, come, we'll play you at Hampton Court. 'Tis well. All right, tennis is a goodly sport. What else? I'm sorry, what? Croquet exists in France, but we do not play it over much in England at this time. But you can go to France to play croquet. What else? Cards. We love card games. Oh, do you know my favorite card game is Gleek. G-L-E-E-K. Ever say Gleek? Gleek, Primero, Hazard. These are our very popular card games. And we do like gambling, too, with dice as well. Now, our cards have no numbers on them. Most of you wouldn't know your numbers, but you can tell if there are more or less. So our cards have no numbers, but we like card games. Well done. All right, what else? Bowling. Lawn bowling. Well done. Bocce ball or bowls. Lady Mary, have you got a bowling green? Absolutely. Good. We love lawn bowling. Well done. All right, Mrs. Josie, I can tell you want to say something. What do you do for fun? Gymnastics. So are you an acrobat then? Oh. Well, we do have acrobats, and so perhaps they might do something about like that. But gymnastics is not something the average person would do. But we might have an acrobat which might do a bit of that. Well, if you don't do it, then why'd you say it? Oh, you do? She's confused too. I'm putting you over here with them. They're confused. Lovely. Good. Well done, you. You're keeping active. It likes me well. All right, what else do you do for fun? You what? Well, hunting, of course. First of all, most hunting is for most of you to put food on the table, and it's not a sport per se, it's survival. But yes, for the nobility, we have very grand, elaborate hunts, very seldom for foxes, not like you think. We are much more frequently, we're hunting stag or wild boar. So not the kind of thing that you're thinking of. But yes, hunting, if you want to eat, you better hunt. Either with bow and arrow, we have the best archers in the world in England. With falcons, falconry, everyone has a bird. Based on your class is the type of bird, but yes, but hunting, 'tis well. Right, what else? Reading. I'm sorry, reading? Oh, you can read? Very impressive. If you can read, raise your hand and say, yea, verily. You are lying again. Quite impossible. Everyone doth know books and schooling and the 1500s be marvelous expensive. Only rich people can afford them. Are you rich? Oh, you are. Good. Well, that explains it. Well done. So, yes, books and schooling, especially now, if you were educated, it would certainly be many more of the men would be educated. Now, look, no one ever thought we would be queen. They saw no reason to have me educated at all. I was put out of the succession several times. However, I was so lucky that when my half-brother Edward, the heir, was born and educated, I got to be with him with the finest scholars in Europe. So I am highly educated. In fact, we actually do speak 6 languages. Look, I have no need of interpreters when I meet with ambassadors. It likes me well. Besides English, I speak Spanish, French, Italian, Latin, and Greek, a smattering of other. And by the way, Mistress Josie, there's no mango in any of those languages, sorry. No pizza, no hot dogs, no French fries, none of that. There you go. All right, so now we're on to pastimes, though. Anything else you do for fun? Embroidery. Well done, Lady Mary. Now, when we were young, we always had to embroider the cover of a prayer book and such. For upper-class women, embroidery is decorative, of course. And we use black silk, so it's black work embroidery, usually for sleeves and caps and the like. But for the average woman, spinning, weaving, dyeing, sewing, that's what you have to do because you're making the clothes for your family. But well bethought. Right, what else? Theater we'll get to. Yes, my lady in the back there. Plays, you too. Good, and you? Painting, well done. It might surprise you to learn that although our more famous court painters, like in my father's reign, Holbein, and in mine, Hilliard, but we do have a few female painters. They're very little known, but well done you. If you need a job, I'll hire you. Very well. All right, so before we come to theater, I want to back up a bit, and we'll go back to some of the sports. Anybody like chess? Brilliant game. We love chess. Checkers, we call it drafts. We like that. But let's go back to sports, shall we? Besides lawn bowling and tennis, I'm glad you did not say cricket, because that's a small chirping thing. Leave it alone. Cricket, indeed. I do want to know, raise your hand. Do any of you like to play golf? Anybody play golf? Golf? Why? It's a stupid game. You're chasing a ball around with a stick. What's the point? Now, look, I will tell you, the Scots have invented golf. They play it up in Scotland. But we in England are far too clever to play such a silly game. If you want to play golf, go to Scotland. Very well. Now be honest with me. All of you, be honest, I pray you. Raiseth thy hand and say, I, if you have ever played at or attended a match of football. Who's been to football or played football? 5 for shame. Then you are criminals all. Do not pretend ignorance of the law. Football is illegal. And we do call it football. It is not rugby and it's not soccer. It is football, and it's horrible. Our football has no regulations. When one village plays against another, it's beastly violent. You kill each other. And so, like my father before me, King Henry VIII, we have outlawed the playing of football. Well, it's a stupid way to make a woman a widow or a child an orphan. And besides, gentlemen, you should be practicing your martial sports. Martial meaning preparing for war. Even now, King Philip of Spain is threatening to enslave you and assassinate me. This invincible Spanish armada is on its way, supposedly. Listen, gentlemen, are you going to protect your homes and families with a football? Nay, we think not. You should be practicing your sword fighting, jousting, archery. This is what you should be spending your time on and not wasting time on football. Now, we are not going to throw you in dungeon, although I could do. But let me not hear of you playing that again. Now, several of you did mention theatre. So raise your hand and say aye if you have attended a play at a theatre. Excellent. Well, and this surprises me not, because it is not just for the rich. But you do realize how revolutionary theatres are. We have never had an actual theatre in England before we were Queen. If you wanted to see any kind of performance, like Mistress Josie in her acrobatics, a miracle play, a church play, fire eaters, whatever, entertainers had no particular place to perform. So you're going to put them in your banquet hall, the courtyard of an inn, the back of a wagon. Look, you do realize actors are lower than beggars. You don't want to encourage them to stay around. But since our reign hath been relatively prosperous, and we have a growth in our towns, and your wealth has increased, we now have 4 theatres in England, out on the outskirts of London. And for you to attend a play by our premier playwright, Sir Christopher Marlowe, or by Ben Jonson, or that new young upstart from Stratford-upon-Avon, Master Shakespeare, guess how much it would cost thee? A penny. 1 pence. It costs a penny to see a play. Now, a penny can buy a great deal more in my kingdom. You could buy dozens of eggs and many chickens. But even a peasant farmer, you could save up that penny to go to a theatre to enjoy a play. And this is the reason theatre gets popular so quickly. It's not just for the rich. Now, you don't get to sit lazily down. Look at you slugabeds all sitting down. There are no seats in our theatres. You will stand the entire 2 to 4 hours. And it's noisy and you're cracking nuts and all that. It's very exciting. Well, so I'm told. I have no idea because I've never set foot in a public house. If we wish a performance, we command, and unto us they come. Well, I would like to do a bit of play acting now. And so I have need of 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen to join me hither. So where are my helpers tonight? Where are my 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen? Come you up, I pray you. Excellent. Well, many thanks. You can come up this way. You come this way. Many thanks. Oh, it's my Lady Mary. Well done. It is your lucky night, isn't it? Come this way. Come this way. Now, ladies, I would you would stand upon the left side of me. So, Lady Mary, if you come stand next to her. Here's Lady Mary right here. You, good my lord, come and stand next to this gentleman. Many thanks. Very well. Now, I know Lady Mary, but now would you tell me your name, good sir?
Ron.
Master Ron? Look, we never just said someone's name. Even amongst friends, you always called them Master, Mistress, Lord, Lady. So we'll call you at least Master Ron for now. That would be very impertinent. So what's your name?
Rusty.
So we have Ron and Rusty. Don't let your blade get rusty. Very well. We know Lady Mary, and what be thy name?
Lady Pamela.
Lady Pamela, very well. And Lady Mary, of course. Give them a good round of applause. Now, and by the way, when we do applaud and cheer, we use the original form of hooray, which is H-U-Z-Z-A-H. Everyone say, huzzah! There is no R on the end of that word. It's not huzzah. If you put an R sound at the end, it means you're lower class, you're Cockney. There is no R on that word. So it's huzzah. Now, you are going to be mine actors. We're going to imagine these are mine actors in Elizabethan theatre. And we actually call actors players. But could women actually be actors? Everyone, nay. Nay, by my troth, never. That's illegal. Then wherefore did I select Ladies Mary and Pamela? Because in court entertainments, we have always included the ladies. But in public theaters, it is not allowed. But yes, we wanted to include you. This is a court entertainment. Now, the roles you're going to play, my friends. You are going to be members of the court royal. You are the rich, the powerful, the famous. Do you like that? Yes. Oh, they like it. By the way, we don't say, I like it. Say, this likes me well. This likes me well. Very well. All right, we're going to imagine that you are the rich courtiers. Oh, good. That means you get to be in charge of all the rest of them. Isn't that fun? Yeah, they're thrilled. Very well. Now, do they look like members of the Elizabethan court? Everyone say, nay. Well, then, but neither do you. Well, by my troth, if you showed up in Tudor England wearing this raiment, these clothes, you will all be locked up in jail. You are breaking the clothing laws. You cannot wear what you want. All over Europe for centuries there have been strict laws telling you what you may and may not wear based on your class and society and gender. The laws dictate even the colors you are allowed to wear. And so I'll give you an example. All of you out there who have the color purple, I see purple. Raise your hand. Who's got on purple? Some of the ladies, purple. I see you. Well, are you royal? Are you a queen? Are you a princess? Well, then to the dungeon, you. Purple is the most expensive dye. It's reserved for royalty alone. If you wear a color above your station, you can be arrested or fined. You see? Very strict class structure. Who's got on black tonight? Black? Black is a very expensive dye. Only titled aristocrats may wear that. It's made from killing millions of bugs. You're wearing bugs. Now, blue, that is not an expensive dye. So if you are a merchant, you might actually have some blue. But bright colors, which some of you have, well, this is very bright and beautiful. Most of you could not afford it, and you'd not be allowed to wear it. Most of our people are wearing undyed, unbleached cloth. Browns, tans, grays. So, and it's not just the colors which are dictated, it's the styles. And so, first of all, ladies, and well, how can you call yourselves ladies? Do we see a lady in the room? Are any of you wearing a proper skirt? Nay. Well, how can you call it? Oh, thank you, my lady. Well done, you. What's your name? Joan. Lady Joan, well done, you. Huzzah. Ladies, wherefore are you all wearing breeches, man's trousers, which were illegal and improper? By law, ladies, we must wear long dresses and skirts at all times. Very well. Now, let's see. It is a bit chillier out tonight, but some of you have on, got short sleeves. Yeah, short sleeves, put your hands up. Who's got short sleeves? Yeah, put both hands up because you look like you've been robbed. You have naked arms. Shame on you. Illegal, improper. No such thing as short sleeves. Now, I frequently do this for schools, like Mistress Josie and her kindred. And the children say, well, wait a minute. What about when it's hot, Your Majesty? We care not a whit for your comfort. We care about what is right and proper, and it's not proper to have naked arms. Very well. Now, what about our gentlemen? Well, long trousers. Rusty and Ron, are your legs so ugly you have to hide them?
Maybe so.
Oh, he said maybe. Well, I cry you mercy, you poor thing. There's no such thing as long trousers in Elizabethan England. Boys and gentlemen, you would all be wearing knee breeches, something closer to knee breeches. They call them trunk hose. They'd either be above your knee or below, but they'd be very tight against your leg. It's not like your shorts flapping open. So, gentlemen, I need knee breeches. Pull your pants up. Come on. Come on, we want to see some leg. Come on. Oh, there. Oh, look at that. Woo! That's it. We want to see legs. That's the point. Excellent. Master Ron. Oh, very well. Now that is more like it. That were more proper. Isn't that grand? Oh, good. There you go. Wait, yes, we have a painter. Go ahead. She needs to get that. There you go. Right, no need to hide. Those are fine legs. Look at those calves. They're mooing. Now you have wondrous legs. But here's the problem, gentlemen. What happened to your stockings? Did they shrink in the rain? And Rusty said, I'm not even going to try. Well done, Master Ron, you are very clever indeed. So the point is, stocking hose are worn by everyone. Now, when I do this for children, they yell at me, and the boys say, I'm not going to wear stockings. No. It's 2 legs made out of wool. They come up to your thigh. Everyone doth wear stocking hose. So yes, they'd come all the way up underneath, because you can't have naked legs below, although we're enjoying yours immensely. Very well, very well. So 'tis well. Now, one last thing. Most of you have bare heads. Does anybody have their head covered? Nay. Oh, it's in the chair. Oh, it's in the chair. Oh, that is a fine chapeau. Well done. Bien fait. Well, the problem is you have bare naked heads inside a public building, which is also illegal and improper. Whether inside or outside, your head had to be covered at all times, even in your own home. Well, think about it. These are based on old religious laws about being modest and covering up. So, look, I haven't got time to properly dress them entirely, but let's at least give them some hats. So they're going to model for you a few Elizabethan hats. I shall start me with the ladies, and I'm going to start first with Lady Pamela. Okay. You look really scared, Lady Pamela.
I am.
No, you're lovely. You're going to model for them a fashion my Lady Mother introduced. My Lady Mother, Queen Anne Boleyn, was actually raised in the French court. When she returned to England in 1522 to serve Queen Catherine as a lady-in-waiting, she brought a new French style. And so, ladies, up to that point, you had to wear what was called a gable or a kennel. Think of the shape of a doghouse. Pointy on top, square on the side, big boxy hats. They were dreadful. But now my mother, who's so elegant and very French and very stylish, introduces this new French hood. This is a French hood. Now, it had a veil because in the early part of the 1500s, ladies, you did have to cover all your hair in public. You will have seen this in paintings. It is a lovely frame for the face. It's going to be perfect for you, Lady Pamela.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you. You see? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. 'Tis well. Oh, huzzah. Here, you want to see yourself? I have a looking glass.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. Aren't you lovely? Yes. Yes, I have a looking glass on my fan. Very well. Now, that was popular in my Lady Mother's time. Now that we are queens, starting in 1558, think you we still have the exact same fashions? Everyone say nay. Our fashions change quickly too. You're not the only ones who are stylish. Every several years there's a new style for a sleeve or a skirt or a hat. So now those are considered old-fashioned. Now, ladies, we do not have to wear a veil. You could have a hat which looks more like a man's. Now, are you surprised that I'm not wearing a crown? Kings and queens normally wear crowns for state occasions. We do not wear them all the time. Otherwise, we wear hats. And so this is a Spanish toque, a tall hat. I love this. And now, Lady Mary, you could wear this beautiful, you knew from the fabric, she's rich, brocade with, you call them diamonds, we call them brilliants. Everyone, ooh. You could have something simple like that. There we go. Oh, isn't that lovely? Go ahead, model for us. Come on, model. Go ahead. There we go. Excellent. Very well. Now, so Master Rusty, unto you shall I give, and again, you knew from the fabric, this is velvet, gold trim. You know he's a rich man. And that's the point. We like to look at you and know where you fit in. To us, equality. That's an idea for idiots. No such thing. So we know he's a nobleman. Look at this. You have to tilt it to the side. Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get it down. There we go. There he is. Oh, look you. Look at that handsome devil. But I have saved the best for last for Master Ron, who was over there stretching his stockings. Oh, good, he even covered his legs. Well done. Master Ron, you are going to model the most popular hat. For centuries, for men, women, the fabric can change, but this is our most beloved hat. This kind of hat was known as the muffin hat. It's the shape of a muffin. So here we go. Again, you want to tilt it at a jaunty angle. Oh, look you. Okay, you can come right up if you want pictures. Don't be shy. Come right up. Come right up. Don't be shy. This is once in a lifetime. So have you seen the Muffin Man? Yes, he's right here. There he is. Lovely. Oh, one last article of clothing. Friends, if ever you do espy anyone with this lace collar, you know two things. They're rich. They come from my time. This is the hallmark of Elizabethan fashion for wealthy folk. Lace is imported from France. We do not make lace in England at this time. And the proper name of this, who knows what that's called? Same thing as what a dog says, exactly. R-U-F-F, everybody say rough. This is a sign of wealth and status. So let's see. Yes, I think Master Ron needs the ruff too. Very well. There we go. Doesn't he look handsome? Oh, wait, you should see yourself too. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you. Oh, there we go. See? See? And you didn't get to see. Here, you need to see yourself. How lovely. Amazing. Very well. All right, so enough about clothing. I must move along. So let's imagine now you are members of the Court Royal, which means you represent England. So you must needs have the finest manners. Now, do all of you think you have good manners? Aye or nay? Well, we shall see. Because manners have changed throughout time. They might not be what you expect. I shall start me with the ladies. And ladies, when you met not just royalty, if you met anyone who outranked you or was older, there was an action you had to do to show respect. And what was that? A curtsy. It comes from the word courtesy. It is a courtesy to curtsy. And I know you were doing, if you had skirts on, right, you're trying like this. Ready? I think that's what you were doing. Nay, a lady never grabs at her skirts. No, you saucy wenches, never. Leave that for the men to do. Oh, I'm teasing. I may be the Virgin Queen, but I'm not dead. Very well. So, no, that is completely wrong. If you do this in my time, you're just an uneducated person or a wench being saucy. A lady never grabbed at her skirts. Ladies, we like to show off our finest features, which means our hands. Look, if you have even one lady's maid, your hands are smooth and soft. I can tell from looking at thy hands if you work or don't work. So this is a way of showing off your rings. But when you curtsy, ladies, place one hand on top of the other in front of your stomachs. And you see this in paintings. Now, what you're not going to do, you're not this, you're not a goose flying south. You're going to keep your back straight. You can actually place your foot slightly behind your right foot, because you might need to balance a wee bit. But a lady, when you curtsy, all you're going to do is bend your knees whilst lowering thine eyes, because it's very rude to stare. So a proper curtsy in my kingdom, that is a proper curtsy. So my ladies, let me see you. Ready? And curtsy, huzzah! Note as well. Give them a cheer, huzzah! Well, and don't think you're getting out of it. Ladies, everybody, stand up. Everybody up, up, up. You are in the presence of the Queen herself. I need you ladies to curtsy. No, not gentlemen. Gentlemen, you're going to do something else. Ladies are going to curtsy, although anybody can do what they want. All right, ladies, place one hand on top of the other in front of your stomachs. Now, you can put one foot back to balance a wee bit. And then, on the count of three, we're all going to curtsy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, everybody. Curtsy, ladies. Huzzah! Beautifully executed. Ladies, you may sit you down. Yes, gentlemen, I'll get to you in a minute, but you can sit for a moment, just a moment. You're right, I did say everyone. Sorry, I meant ladies. Gentlemen, when a lady curtsies, what should a gentleman do? Bow, by my troth. You should bow. And so, show them your best bows. Let me see your bows. Oh! Master Rusty, are you about to throw up? You're holding your stomach, you look ill. That is not how we bow at all. An Elizabethan bow, well, the ladies showed off their hands. You want to show off your finest features too, gentlemen, which means your legs. In long sleeves, no one can see your arm muscles. Men had to show off their strength in their legs. With stocking hose, you could see the shape of the calf muscle. So here, bowing is actually called it making a leg. And here's how we're going to do it. So you're already standing very nicely. All right, you're going to stand straight and tall. You're going to put your right foot one step back. So right foot back a little bit. Now point your left toe out to the left. Point the toe out. See, with stockings, you can really see the calf. You're showing off the calf. Now, you will see men standing like this. Men would literally stand like that and put their leg up on a chair. Look at my leg. There you go. Very well. Now, to call further attention to that juicy calf, take your hat in your right hand. As you lean back upon your right leg, wave thy hat in front of your left calf. You would never actually say it, but it is as though you're saying, look at my muscle. So ready? Now actually do it. Take it off. Ready? And bow, my lords. Bow. Huzzah! Look at those legs. Well done indeed. And then replace it. And by the way, you are both so very polite and mannerly. If you had actually taken your hat and shown the inside of it, that would have been very insulting to the lot of you. Look, you could have the outward form of manners, but if they show you the inside of the hat, they're insulting you. Nobody wants to see your lice and your fleas. We all have them. So thank you for keeping them to yourself. Now, oh, wait a minute, gentlemen. Right, I'm not letting you off the hook. All right, gentlemen, all of you stand up. Stand up, 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 up. I want to see those legs, ladies. Let's look at those legs. Let's pretend we can see their calves. Very well. All right, gentlemen. Shoulders back, chin up, chest out. All right, right leg back, left toe out to the left, hat in right hand. Bow, my lords, bow. Huzzah! Well done indeed. Excellently well done, my good subjects. Now, bows and curtsies, you would learn when you're children, 3 and 4 years of age. And you had to do it constantly for your parents, your teachers, anyone who outranked you. And there are many, many more manners. But I haven't time for all of those this night. I'm satisfied that all of you know at least your basic bows and curtsies. And will do them properly from this day forward. Aye? Very well. Thereupon, I am going to let these wonderful, wonderful courtiers betake themselves back to their seats. But not until you give them 3 hearty cheers. Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah! And give them a round of applause. Absolutely delightable. Very well. Many and hearty thanks. There you are. Excellent. Make yourselves comfortable. Beautifully done. Thank you. Oh, you are so kind. Well done. So, excellent. So, oh, he's so mean, he's hiding his legs again. Lady Pamela, I don't know how you put up with him.
It's his legs.
Oh, well. So, goodly gentles, this even, we have conversed about the more pleasanter aspects of life in Tudor England. But life for most of you is not mostly feasting and dancing and bowing and curtsying. Especially for me as queen, life is not mostly feasting and dancing and goodly pastimes. We take our duty to serve our people very seriously indeed. I do bethink me sometimes it can be a burden, but this is the station to which we were called by God. And so, the Bible does say the first shall be last. And so I have always considered it my duty to be a servant unto my people. and I believe they think I have, which is wherefore they call me with great love, Good Queen Bess. Though God hath raised me high, yet this I count the glory of my crown, that I have reigned with your loves. To be a queen and wear a crown is a thing more glorious to them that see it, than it is pleasant to them that bear it. As for myself, 'tis not my desire to live, nor to reign, longer than my life and reign shall have been for your good. And though you have had and may have many mightier and wiser princes sitting on the throne of England, you never had, nor shall have any that love you, the people, better. May God save you all. Many thanks. Huzzah! Huzzah! And by the way, although children do it more than adults, they all want to come up to me and say, Queen, you need to do the elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. There was only one Queen of England who ever waved that way. Every other one waved their own way, and I refused to do it. I'm very boisterous. I am not that queen. Very well. Now, we do love to answer questions pertinent and impertinent. So what questions have you for me this night?
Unfortunately,
Oh.
we are at the end of our time.
Oh,
so
we are?
Yes, you're off the hook with the questions, Your Majesty.
Oh,
Yes.
we can't even do a few quick ones? I'm
They
sorry.
can come forward.
Did you ever meet my ancestor's cockane?
What was his name?
Cockane,
Do you mean like Admiral?
yes.
Oh, well, that's after my time.
No, they were around here. They started before you did.
Well, I have a lot of admirals, sir. I know Hawkins and Frobisher and yes, Drake and Raleigh and that. But I cry you mercy. I don't know that particular one. You'll have to come up and educate me.
Yes, anyone who has questions can come forward to greet Her Majesty in person.
Very
Thank
well.
you, Marianne, for a very merry evening. It was wonderful.
Many thanks. Good fortune.